See you live again at $1,000 for a minute. Sunday, April 21st, 2019. Commending the cycle of black men. What should be our resolution, resolve, the good going forward now in 2019 and so on? What should we use as our example? Our biggest quality that we have that as a African descendant, quote unquote, black person, our diaspora, our community, what should we put more energy and effort, discussion, topic, subject, the importance on what should I be? And the overall thing, what I keep touching on, keep hitting on, guiding and challenging you to be, your best you. That's all. Your best you. If my best me is a white supremacy, a white man talking point, call me a white man. Because white, originally, we were called white anyway. We were called pure. They never seen a pure person with the skin so dark. The sun was radiating on us. We calling it melon. It was giving us life. We was eating off the land. We was growing. We was putting seed into the ground, into good soil, good harvest. We was producing good fruit. Then all of a sudden, to a halt. We, boom, got halted by a misconception or perception. Now, we can't go back 2019 years, day one on the calendar year, but actual, we are 8,000, 10,000 year old race of men and women. But what we can do, prepare and get ready for the future, we can have our children better than who we were. And we can stop saying that certain things didn't matter in the past, which it did. So if I hurt somebody today, and then 1 week later and say, well, I changed. Well, what did I change from? Did I change from understanding what I did was wrong? Cool. But did my character of my actions, did my actions change? Did my mentality change? What changed about me to say I won't hurt somebody the next week after? See, we want to put no stems on that. But we going to go forward and then say that's it. That's the past. We're not going to worry about the past. Yes, we are. Because I guarantee you nobody in their right mind, if they had a mind getting back to sense and so we can be common again, won't leave your child with a perfect person that don't care about children. Then at the same time never raised a child. Don't even have the tenacity. That's the word I thought of. I know it was a bigger word. Don't have the care, the nurturing, the skills, the quality to take care of a child. You won't leave your person with that child with that person, would you? So why are we just leaving it up to whatever the be is gonna be? Say la vie, Sarah, whatever be will be. That's how we're going to go forward. That's going to be our resolve. That's our resolution. And as I always spoke, I'm here to let's challenge one another. Let's challenge each other in this case to be better. This discussion, this topic, this time, this era, so we can have the same eras. We can be in a new era to get better. When are we going to start challenging? When are we going to start going forward and stop wanting to hear drama? When we want to stop. We're not commending the black man. We're just commending the same cycles of disorder, corruption, trash over and over. Our TV shows, what we're watching, what we're listening to. I'm not saying don't have hard rap. We can't make movies when there is murder and death and shoot. I'm not saying we shouldn't do that. That's actually good entertainment. But if that's the only visual that is our children are seeing, I think you got to put a halt on some things. I think at some point you got to say, well, my child can't eat this. You know that if you give your child candy full of sugar, Instead of vegetables, they won't grow. They're going to be malnutrition. So why is we still feeding into the bad? That's bad for their body. So aren't you going to give them good for their body? So as men, as we going to stay on the war front, and I have experienced the war front outside of my door for being who I am. And I'm not as everybody else. But I have experienced I didn't have to partake and I didn't get bothered for not partaking in what everybody else was doing. And we got to help our son say, you don't have to partake. And then we still have to be the best example we could be. I had made that, but the video didn't go through. So that's going to be my last video today, is being the best example, because I left off in the importance of change. See, when you work on your inner self as a man, I'm not looking outside for answers. I'm looking outside and say, hey, man, I noticed this. This is beating me up. Only can change me. So I'm just going to change me. And then why have information and a wealth of knowledge and education and you don't share? Or why have some solutions? Maybe somebody have an answer. Maybe there's a young man looking, I don't act as them. I don't talk as them. They don't act and talking as me. But all they see is bad, 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 bad. That's getting rewarded. That's the incentive. They got a benefit. They got a real benefit for treating people like crap. Then they know, wow, in another echelon of it, they can go back and say, wow, I'm doing good. And they got another benefit and a reward. So they don't have no degrees of separation of 1, 2, 3. If I do this, this, and this, I'm going to be punished, but I'm going to always be punished. But they know if I do this and this, I can come with that later. See, you see where I'm going with this? And if we don't see that, our children won't be better. Our sons won't be better. So the next generation of black men, and people say, well, we don't fight. We don't, because we're not around each other. But we get around each other. That's why we don't hang out. We have nothing in common. It's not you don't have nothing in common. The things that we're doing, it's not the same. We don't have the same quality and the same value. But we really do, because we both are black men, quote unquote. So African descendant men, we got to understand that you affect another man. Don't think you in this world by yourself. We got to stop teaching that to our children. That's crazy. I'm in my house by myself, but when I step outside, I'm not by myself. There's multiple people. People got multifacets of how they carry themselves, how they walk, talk. And we're not even nurturing and enough to, or guiding enough to say, this is who we are. So this day forward, I hope we can, as black men together, make a difference together. Stop glorifying bad. Start seeing our wrongs and start taking care of the wrongs to mend them to be the right way. Commend things that should be commended. Glorify what should be glorified. Glorify the young man going to college. Don't call him less than. Glorify that young man that don't smoke and drink. Glorify your son that's willing to take the other route. Glorify him. Glorify him. Glorify him. Glorify. I know how the time will say that. Glorify him when he get a straight A. Glorify him when he's not doing what you used to do. Glorify him. What I say unto one, I say unto all. It's your path, it's your journey, it's your choice. Choose wisely. Make today the day we say to our young African descendant men, you don't have to be a certain way to get what you need. And once we do that, everything's going to fall in place. Shalom.